Alright guys, what is going on? I'm Tubby Emu. TLC, amazing pay-per-view. Going to cover the full results, highlights, those sort of things. Right off the bat, I'm going to give this pay-per-view an 8 or 9 out of 10. I absolutely enjoyed this pay-per-view. This 6-man tag match was off the charts. It had awesome spots. Hands down, probably one of the very best pay-per-views of the year. It was a great way to end the year. The pre-show was on YouTube. It was a Santa's Little Helper Battle Royale #1 contendership for the Divas title, who would later go on to face Eve. The match, people were getting eliminated. It came down in the end to Caitlyn and Naomi. Caitlyn was on the apron. Eve gets up, throws her down, grabs her. She hits her head. She gets up. Naomi drop kicks her. Naomi wins. Pay-per-view opens with Team Road Scholar taking on Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Back and forth contest, people almost going through tables, stopping it at the last minute. There was a few good spots in this match. Overall, it was pretty good. In the end, though, Sin Cara was on the outside apron, was going to jump in on the ropes to Damien Sandow, but instead Cody Rhodes ran in, pushed him out towards the ramp, and there was 2 tables set up. He went through the back one. He almost thought it looked like he overshot it a little bit, but they went through the table. Ray rushes to his aid. So Team Road Scholar are the #1 contenders for the World Heavyweight not even the World Heavyweight. What am I talking about? The tag team titles. And then came time for Antonio Cesaro versus R-Truth. I was just disappointed in this match. In the very end, I don't even want to talk about this one really. R-Truth went on a roll, made a mistake. Cesaro caught him, neutralized him, and that was it. And then he kind of cut this promo with Matt Striker where he grabs a mic and starts talking USA, and it was just not a very good match. Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett. This is one of my favorite matches of the night. It actually had a very good build-up. Kofi hit an SOS. What else did he hit? He hit a lot of stuff. A boom drop. Wade kind of came back, hit a Winds of Change. One of the Winds of Change was reversed into a roll-up pin. But in the end, Wade Barrett was going for the bullhorn, which Kofi reversed into Trouble in Paradise. It wasn't the cleanest Trouble in Paradise ever, but Kofi did retain. And, I think they're trying to make Kofi, look strong against a former, world heavyweight contender. So I was a little disappointed. But then came time for what I thought would be the match of the night. I was looking forward to this one actually being the main event, but no, it wasn't. This was the 4th match of the night. It was the Shield taking on Team Hell No and Ryback. Now, Kane came out first. Daniel Bryan came out, and he had a pretty big pop. Ryback did not get as big a pop as I thought he would. There was some, Goldberg chants. But once he started to get on a roll, there was Feed Me More chants that were quite loud. The Shield came in through the crowd, and they kind of had like a generic Jim Johnston theme song, which I was a little disappointed about, just like I am about Wade's. I don't like the theme song very much. Tons of great spots in this match, with the ladders, the chairs. Every time that the Shield, would be being attacked, like the numbers game would just come into play, and they'd go 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and they're just absolutely dominating in the match. There's a lot of great spots with all these guys, literally. Ryback got put where the 2 guys lift him up on Roman. He puts him through a table. God, there were so many things that happened in this match. It's just too hard to remember off the top of my head. This is probably my top 5 matches of the year. Absolutely blew my mind seeing all the different spots they had. They went through tables. They got rammed into ladders. There was, there was a lot of 2-on-1. Daniel Bryan at one point put, I think it was Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins, and then the next guy. And then Roman finally broke it up, and then Daniel Bryan reversed it, and he had him in a no-lock, and they all broke out of it. 3 guys. It was crazy. There were so many good spots in this match. But in the end, it came down to Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. They were all beating the crap out of Ryback on the top of the stage. Absolutely beating the crap out of him. And they were getting, decimated and separated. Well, what happened was they throw Ryback up on the table. And they're like, okay, Seth, go up there. You're going to jump off. And there's a massive ladder, and people go crazy. And I was like, holy shit, no, he's not going to do this. Well, he did. He's climbing up. He's about halfway up. The two guys run back to the ring. And Ryback chases after Seth Rollins on the top of the ladder. There's 4 tables set up to the right from the stage. Ryback throws Seth Rollins through the tables. One of the tables that didn't break looked like he hit his head on it, and that actually looked kind of painful. Got up, Ryback did, was going back to the ring when they put Daniel Bryan through a table. Roman Reigns got the 1, 2, 3. Ryback was on his feet, so he didn't lose, so it doesn't make him look weak. Good booking, in my opinion, just like how I saw it happening, except I did predict handcuffs before. Eve Torres defeated Naomi. Not a bad match from Naomi for being her first televised pay-per-view match. There was a couple botches in a few spots. Big Show versus Sheamus. When this match happened, everybody on Twitter was like, hey, this is finally going to happen. Dolph Ziggler's going to cash in, and we're going to get a title match. Some people are mad that this match didn't go on last. Both guys are beating the hell out of each other. But in the end, Sheamus went for a bro kick, got caught up on the apron, the rope, because Big Show moved out of the way. WMD to the face. Sheamus kicks out of it. They're beating each other up, and Big Show cannot keep him down. So he goes out of the ring, and here's a huge fucking chair, the biggest steel folding chair you've seen. Hits him with it, and that's the end of the match. Literally, that's the end of the match. That big fucking chair. Big Show takes that chair and the title out and leaves. No cash in. Miz, Alberto Del Rio, and the Brooklyn Brawler took on 3MB. Earlier on in the night, Miz had Miz TV. He invited 3MB on. Just for some random reason, they started talking about the Spanish announce team, talking shit about him, and they went and bugged him. And then Ricardo came out to stick up for, the Spanish announce team. 3MB started beating him up. Ricardo comes out, so it looks like, not Ricardo. Well, Ricardo comes out. As he's getting beat up, Alberto Del Rio comes out, and it looks like Alberto Del Rio has turned face. Del Rio was beating the crap out of all the 3MB, then they got the upper hand, and then finally Miz joined in, and it was set up for a 6-man tag later. They got to pick their partner. Most people thought it was going to be Ryder, but in fact it was the Brooklyn Brawler, and Miz, Del Rio were able to get the win. Miz hit a skull-crushing finale. Brooklyn Brawler tagged in. And he has a finisher. Brooklyn Brawler has a finisher. The Boston Crab, who would have thought it? That's how that one ended. Dolph Ziggler, Cena. Absolutely great match. It was back and forth. The only problem was they were just talking. They were telling the spots. It was so obvious. They were talking loud. You could hear them. The match itself, there were so many you can't wrestle chants to Cena. So Cena would do all these moves to try to give people... for the wrestling, they still doubted him. He did a Hurricane Rana, lifted up, or a Frankensteiner. I'm pretty sure it was a Frankensteiner. Throws Dolph from the Frankensteiner into a table. Still, you can't wrestle chance. Spots all over. Attitude adjustments. There was a Dolph Ziggler sleeper hold. There was the STF. There was so many different spots in this match. I highly suggest you watch it. But... near the end, John Cena was on the ground. He just hit an attitude adjustment. Dolph rolled out of the ring. Vicky comes down to the ring, picks up a chair, is going to hit John Cena with it, and then the crowd goes absolutely apeshit crazy when AJ Lee comes down, starts beating up Vicky, does the 5 moves of doom, hits You Can't See Me, and 5-knuckle shuffle, and Vicky kind of rolls out of the way. Cena takes the ladder. Cena sets it up. The crowd's booing. AJ Lee's skipping around. She's skipping around. She stops as Cena's near the top. She pushes over the ladder. The crowd goes absolutely crazy. The Brooklyn crowd was 100% fantastic. They were the reason this match did so well. I couldn't have been any more happy. This was probably one of the best crowds of the year. And they were so hot for Dolph Ziggler. The guys you wouldn't expect him to be hot for, they were. Dolph absolutely deserved all the praise he got during this match. John Cena came off the rope right into a super kick from Dolph. Dolph climbs up, is sitting in the corner. AJ looks at him. She leaves. Dolph gets his briefcase. What an absolutely amazing match, guys. You got to watch it. It was a pretty good pay-per-view overall. Like I said, I would easily give this match an 8 or 9 out of 10 just for that 6-man tag that kind of blew my mind. It was a really good match. So let me know what you guys thought about the pay-per-view in the comment section below. Leave a rating. Let me know how you thought of it. If you guys could do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. But until next time, we will see you all later.